Y'all know what it is already, right? It's your boy Quest, and this is your marriage moment. Let's go. What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Marriage Moments. It's your boy Quest, and for those of you who are watching for the very first time, it's your boy Quest. Big shouts out to my squad, man. Preach and the Sierras last night, and my lovely bride Faith for being on the good, the bad, the sexy with us last night was official. If you guys need to get gems and need to have some like for reals, hear some real life conversations about marriage and relationship and how to navigate through it, man, y'all need to be on the good, the bad, the sexy Facebook Live every 2 weeks. If I had to title this video, man, I think I would title it Motivation Gets You Going, but Discipline Keeps You Going. I'm gonna say it one more time. Motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you going. There are a lot of marriages that are not experiencing what they should be experiencing. I'm telling you, I coach marriages on a weekly basis, right? 4, 5, sometimes 6 marriages, couples at a time. And not to mention we have, our marriage community within Greenhouse. And one of the things that I'm noticing is that, like for real, in order for you to be a part of a successful marriage, as you transition through the seasons, you gotta grow. You gotta grow, right? And here's the funny thing. If you think that you can master your marriage without mastering yourself, yeah, you're sadly mistaken. As a matter of fact, if you're mastering your marriage without mastering yourself, chances are you might be doing a little bit of manipulation, and that's not marriage. And that only lasts but for so long, right? And so in other words, we need to grow. It's inevitable. You cannot be the same person next year that you are this year. And if you are, then shame on you, right? One of the things that I want you to do is ask yourself 3 questions. The first question is, do you know what you need to improve? I'm gonna say it one more time. Do you know what you need to improve, right? What areas of your marriage do you need to improve? Remember, it's 2 of you, right? And I realize that sometimes some of our spouses may come to us and tell us what is wrong or what they're having an issue with. And for real, you get defensive about it. And if you're looking to grow and get defensive about something that they're telling you that is not working in the marriage, then chances are you are eliminating growth altogether. It's counterproductive to growth, right? One of the things that you want to do is you want to look for the areas in which you can improve. And here's the funny thing. Once you improve, it's not a destination. It's an ongoing process. And here's another part to that. It's not something that automatically happens. You have to be intentional and deliberate about it. Second question I want you to ask yourself, right, is do you know how you are supposed to improve? Do you know how? Let me say this to some of you. Some of you have been married for a year, 3 years, 5 years. You've never been to a marriage conference. You've never seen a marriage coach, marriage therapist, right? But you're expecting to have your marriage run efficiently and the best that it can. You can't possibly expect that, right? You have to perform maintenance on your marriage. And how do you do that? You do that with knowledge, experience, and with coaching. Right? Some of you actually need a breakthrough. And how do you experience a breakthrough? With advanced knowledge, which will push you past your point of resistance, right? Then you need to experience some things in a marriage. And guess what? Not all the things that you experience will be good ones. Some of them will be difficult and they're challenging, but they will teach you, right, how to navigate through those things. And if you can't navigate through them, then you should have money set aside to go to a marriage conference, to read a book on marriage, buy a book on marriage, right? Or better yet, get yourself a marriage coach, right? And then there's the third question. Do you know why you want to keep improving, right? I don't know about anybody else, but I want to keep improving because I want to improve for my wife. I want to be the best husband that I can possibly be to her. For my children, I want to be the best father that I can possibly be to them. And if you find yourself in positions where you're not growing on a constant basis, then you might need to change your why. In other words, take the why test. I got a couple of questions that I want you to ask. Number 1, ask yourself, do you constantly procrastinate on important tasks? If your answer is yes, you might need to change your why. Question number 2, do you require coaxing to do small chores? If the answer is yes, then you probably need to change your why. Number 3, do you perform duties just to get by? Number 4, do you constantly talk negatively about your work? Do efforts of friends to encourage you irritate you instead of pushing you to the next level or pushing you towards positivity, right? Do you start projects and abandon them? And the last one, do you avoid self-improvement opportunities? Listen, guys, a chain is only as small as its weakest link. And that's a principle. In marriage, the marriage will only be as strong as its weakest person. And when I say weak, I'm talking about in the terms of the areas that need to be improved, right? If you want to have a strong, successful marriage, the way that you do that is work on yourself. Once again, you can't master your marriage and not master yourself. You can't change your situation and you not be changed, right? You got to get better. In other words, you got to grow. And if you don't know how to grow, then solicit some help from somebody to help you grow in the areas that you need to. It's the best thing that you could do for your marriage. You always know what I say, from shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is phenomenal marriages, but phenomenal marriages don't just happen. It takes work. So let's do that work. Work on growing. Work on becoming a better you. And I guarantee you, it'll take your marriage to the next level. Because if you're not working on your marriage, my friends, what are you doing? It's your boy Quest. Peace. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Quest. Listen very closely. February 21st through the 23rd, Miami, Florida. It's the Grow Marriage Conference. Listen, guys, it's going to be phenomenal. I promise you. We went to Atlanta. It was wonderful in Atlanta. Went to Chicago. We blew it out the water in Chicago. Now we're bringing it to Miami, Florida. Listen, guys, it's going to be a phenomenal conference in hopes to take your marriage to the next level, right? We're going to do something called the Grow Marriage Assessment. We're going to learn to communicate with one another. Why? Because 50% of all marriages end in divorce. Either somebody's not talking, somebody's not listening, or both. And guess what? We're going to find out our preferences, how that stuff works together, meshes together in our marriages, and sometimes how it just butts heads, how we butt heads with our spouse, right? So remember, February 21st through the 23rd, where is it going down? Miami Temple in Miami, Florida. For more information or for you to register, go to gmcmiami.eventbrite.com. I'm going to say it one more time. G as in green, M as in marriage, C as in conference. One more time. G as in grow, M as in marriage, C as in conference, Miami.eventbrite.com. Guess what, guys? It's free. No other marriage conference is going to bring you what we're going to bring you. It's the Grow Marriage Conference. gmcmiami.eventbrite.com. Don't meet me there, beat me there.